at the end of the year after getting exposed in the files. And Bill Gates is saying sorry. In a town hall at his foundation yesterday, he confessed to having 2 affairs with Russian women while married to his now very wealthy ex-wife, and admitted to flying on Epstein's plane and spending time with him in the U.S. and abroad. But he maintains he did nothing illicit. The billionaire said he met with Epstein starting in 2011, years after Epstein had pleaded guilty in 2008 to soliciting a minor for prostitution. Gates said he was aware of some 18-month thing that had limited Epstein's travel, but said he didn't properly check his background. And we're finding out U.S. Virgin Islands Democrat Governor Albert Bryan Jr. apparently gave Epstein special treatment just before his arrest, helping Epstein with a construction problem he had on Pedophile Island. The global fallout continues. Prince Andrew was first. Now his ex-wife is keeping a low profile, bouncing between properties, even checking into one of the world's most expensive wellness clinics. Reports say she maintained contact with Epstein after his release from prison and even introduced him to her goddaughter. The pressure on Andrew isn't going away. Whistleblowers now alleging he spent taxpayer money on massages. Earlier this month, Prince Andrew was kicked out of his home, the Royal Lodge, and he didn't take it too well. According to the Daily Mail, he shouted, "You can't do this to me. I'm the Queen's son." Remember, Andrew stepped back from royal duties in 2019. Why is he still living on royal property? The Times of London obtained a copy of his lease. Apparently, he hasn't paid rent in 2 decades. He's an international embarrassment. Pranksters hung the prince's arrest photo inside the Louvre in Paris. The Epstein bomb is hitting every corner of the earth. Norway's former prime minister, you know, the one who awarded Obama the Nobel Peace Prize, also known as, quote, Mr. Human Rights, was just charged with gross corruption. They're investigating if he accepted gifts, travel, and loans from Epstein. He says he's innocent, but he's in the files, telling Epstein this: if Trump wins, I'll settle on your island. And he just checked himself into a hospital due to the strain arising in the wake of this case. Maybe he could visit Fergie at that wellness hospital. Now, the British government is about to unseal more documents tied to the former ambassador to the U.S., Peter Mandelson, who was arrested in the Epstein investigation. New emails appear to show Mandelson leaking sensitive information to Epstein. He also says he's innocent, but here he is in the files in his underwear. Why do we know so little? Well, documents show that in July 2019, days after Epstein was arrested, the FBI told the NYPD's sex crimes unit to, quote, stand down. Quote, FBI reached out to NYPD leadership already, and they were told that SUV has been directed to stand down and that all Epstein stuff needs to go to and through us. This was right after Epstein was arrested, as New York prosecutors were actively trying to interview victims, build cases, look at co-conspirators. Why cut them out right then? Was that standard procedure or something else? Plus, a 2020 DOJ email refers to a confidentiality agreement that the chief medical examiner signed in connection with the murder of Jeffrey Epstein. His death was ruled a suicide. So why was the DOJ using murder internally? And why was the chief medical examiner being forced to sign an NDA after doing the autopsy? We may be about to learn even more. New reporting suggests Epstein may have stored documents in storage units across the U.S., potentially containing materials the public's never seen. And tomorrow, Hillary is scheduled to testify in a closed-door, recorded deposition. Friday, bills up. Hopefully they get their story straight.
First look at newly released body camera video showing police responding to the home of actor Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman was a titan, a truly great actor. He captivated audiences, starring in 80 movies.
Now with new details on the investigation to the death of actor Gene Hackman, including newly released video.
Everything changed the day the FBI opened Gene Hackman's secret tunnel. Not just the investigation, everything they thought they knew about who Gene Hackman was, what he was actively hiding, and exactly why he spent the final decades of his life sealing himself inside a fortified compound that operated precisely like a classified government installation.